Banang, welcome back. So, this video is for every Ugandan in their 20s and 30s who voted and their vote didn't really create no change. And right now you are angry. You are so pissed that the change you wanted didn't come. Kakati uliriza. In Uganda, we have very many elites, like abantu abagezi, those who can reach to very many millions of people, and they are rich, probably. They live a comfortable life. But these people don't really speak with a voice of reason or a voice that can make a person really get out of where they are, like right in this moment. Abana abasinga banyivu, and they want to probably ban the country in a way. Abagaloku, like those who voted for the opposition and they wanted a change in government. And we have very many people who are on TVs, who are on social media, and none of them is speaking with a voice of reason. And these are grown men and women. It's like they've neglected this whole population and they think it's just going to go away just like that. So this video is directed to all those Ugandans. Now, for starters, I'm going to play for you 2 videos. And the reason why I'm going to play these videos is to show you first that people have already moved on. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kampala Central results. As we speak right now, the winner is the winner is, I repeat, the winner is the NRM 500.
So that's the first video. And the reason why I'm laughing, because it's funny. And these people have already moved on with their lives. These people have already channeled out of that whole anger and they have moved on. Now here's another video.
Okwemgunya kusinzira kuki
There a polling station ziva mu district ki
enkole eyo era mba kwogera na abakola ku system yaffe ibumbe kalimagezi ne tugamba nti ensonga ndowooza bwe tunaatuukira saa 8 tuyinza okuba tulaba waliwo enjawulo.
Now, after watching those 2 videos, I need you to sit down and understand that everything they made skits out of, it is something that you take very serious and it hurts. They made skits, and they're making money off of it, by the way. They made skits of something you take very serious and you probably want to protest about. I want to tell you that we live in a very special country with a very special group of people. Ugandans are a very special group of people. You know, it's not a mistake that all of the things that are happening in Uganda are happening. Our people are special. Will you find this in probably the neighboring countries to Uganda like Kenya? Maybe not. But our country is a very special country, and you need to understand the country you're in for you to be able to survive in it. It looks like most people live in Uganda. Interview you're in Jerusalem, but you don't understand what is there. I'm going to use the same rhetoric. It looks like very many youths in Uganda have grown up in Uganda. They know how things work in Uganda, but it's like they do not live in Uganda. Bali mu Jerusalem, so if you're planning on getting into riots or maybe even demonstrations, something that could get you to be jailed or probably lose your life in a way, I want you to see this, that the country has already moved on. Salvador posted this. If insults could translate into votes, twandibadde mu Uganda empya, wallahi. I think let's use the next 5 years to change approach. Clearly, the insults have just made things worse. You can't insult someone to wanting what you want. People live in a world of different ideas and thoughts, and like people have different ways of thinking. Bona jano mvuma mu comments because I'm saying things you don't want to hear, even though they are true. Techitegeza ntino chusize ngeri gye ndowooza. It's the same thing. Owa Nupu wanavuma owa NRM, owa NRM navuma owa Nupu. At the end of the day, you will never change their thinking. What does that make you? Now, Douglas posted this. Some politicians are going to be unreachable after this election phase. Don't expect much from them, just go back to your hustle. This tells you that Uganda has already moved on. So for you to hold that anger, for you to hold in so much pain like that, I know sometimes we don't know how to deal with such things. And I'm sorry to all first-time voters, kids who probably voted for the very first time and they thought this is going to be it. And a bunch of other people have posted stuff. Alien Skin as well. Here, he has posted a bunch of stuff. Now that elections and rallies are over, Ugandan musician, it's time to face reality. While some of you were chasing politics and sympathy, it's high time music speaks. Okay, like it's more of the same. People have already moved on. Don't stay into that loop of pain. I've put down a few things that I feel like you might need to probably get out of that. Now, you know the system very well. I mean, Uganda is not going to change drastically. You know the system very well, and you know how things work in Uganda. It's time to have a mind shift. Yes, the change you wanted didn't happen. Yes, the Uganda you hate is still the one you're going to live in. Yes, I know. It is time to have a mind shift. Because the more you feel that self-pity, the more you will not crawl out of it. The more you will not get paid. The more you will never win. It's time to have a mind shift. Because then the Uganda you hate is going to be the same Uganda in the next 5 years unless something significant happens. Because abantu bononyamu solution, they're also looking for solution from you, a Ugandan. You understand? And I don't want you to lose your life because the people you're looking for change in are also looking change from you. But remember, most Ugandans are very special people. And I'm using the word special for a reason. Now, look, you need a mind shift. You need to change your mind. You need to sit down and think about your life. You're 20 years old today. You're probably 30 years old today. Maybe 40-year-olds. 50-year-olds won't tell you this, but when you get to your 50s, you've failed in your 40s and 30s and 20s. Sometimes it's really hard to find that zeal again and work because at that point, 50-year-olds won't tell you this. But mumiaka jojino jolimu are the most important years of your life, 20, 30, 40. So don't waste them. See this moment as a restart point. See this today, the moment you watch this video. See it as a restart point. Let it be a point where you go like, okay, this is what we are given and this is what I'm going to use. Obokola muchikubo, obokola yona jokola, whichever business you have. Now what you're in a business at the moment, this be a restart point that in the next 5 years, what is going to be the most valuable things that the world needs? What are going to be the most, lucrative businesses that the world will need? Most especially if you make research onto Uganda. Remember, Uganda is a special country with a special people. Use that advantage because you have internet. You have things that you can use to sort of like get ahead through learning. I know Ojahumbu is a big capital. Capital is not the problem. Capital is never been the problem. The problem is always the mindset. If you do not plan for something, you will never do it. And if you don't have like a clear path on where you're headed, you will never get there. So capital has never been the problem. Sit down and see what will be valuable in Uganda in the next 5 years, or maybe 2, or maybe 3. You see, very many people have gotten rich in this government. Very many people have built things in this government. Find these people, get knowledge from them. Like, as much as we say things are bad, how have these people been able to do it? Mwana wani, yes, jali. Na ye, at the end of the day, have you tried your level best to see that you cling on to these people who have been successful? Nebigana. Sometimes we blame the government. Instead, we need to blame ourselves. Like, there are people who have really gained so much in this government. I know a couple of them. And they've made everything, they've worked onto their businesses at home. So maybe it's time for you to sit down and understand how these people make it. Are there government programs that you don't know about? I know government programs are quite hard to deal with. Personally, I don't think I would go into them, but at least try to find out. They are quite hard to get, I know. Even, I don't think Mosey knows this, but government programs are quite hard to get to. I don't know which people have them or whatever, but try to find out. That's like your last resort. Business, government programs, try to find a way of getting out. Abana banji bafulumya Uganda, ne bagenda Dubai, ne bagenda mu Middle East, ne bagenda Canada, ne bagenda USA, ne bagenda Europe. looking for a better life. Do you think you can be one of those people? Get the passport. Leave the country. Go find another way out. Like, the moment you don't use your 20s and 30s for you, not for the country, not for anybody, for you, you will never change. I know Uganda needs change. Yes, I know. But if you yourself, you don't change, how do you think Uganda is going to change? If you yourself, you don't want to have a mind shift and you think a change in the presidency is going to change your life, that's the beginning of the problem of Uganda. We need people to come out and start, I don't know, probably teaching people on how to be self-reliant. And very many Ugandans have tried it. I won't really disregard whatever they've done. But we have more people who rely on others than people who rely on themselves. So please, I will leave you this. Do not waste your 30s. Do not waste your 20s. Those are the most important years in your life. Politics has happened. It's done. It's gone. Whatever you do from now on, it's going to determine your next 5 years. And bw'oba oli 25 ojja kuba 3. Bw'oba oli 3 ojja kuba 35. Bw'oba oli 35 ojja kuba 4. Time is running. You don't have it. So, every decision you make sure that it serves you individually. Okay? Thank you for watching, and if you think you've learned something from this rant, please subscribe. But if you hate me, I am sorry. Sometimes the truth hurts, eh? Please, subscribe, and see you in the next one.